Okay, so I've done another corner here at that end, and now here's where we have our tail from the beginning. So I've got a couple options with the tail. If it's going to be the same color as either the yarn you're stitching into or the yarn you're currently stitching with, you can actually just hide it underneath. In this case, it is not the same color, so I'm going to leave it out and I'm going to weave it in later. So I'll actually just tuck it in behind so it's not in my way, and we'll come back to it. Okay, now that I'm done at this end, I could technically stop, but I'm not loving that now my square doesn't quite look right. So I'm actually going to finish this row. So this is just like a regular single crochet row because you're going across the top where you had left off before. And then what you're going to do is you're actually going to do what's called a slip stitch into that last stitch over here from before. Actually, I think I had one more before my corner was complete. So let's go. No, actually that's the right one. It's kind of tight. So that's kind of how I can tell I'm back into the right one. A little hard. So I'm going to pull up a loop, and instead of yarning over and pulling through two, I'm just going to take that loop, pull it through the last one that was on my hook. And that's it. That's my slip stitch. So now I'm going to cut my yarn. And then just pull that through and tighten it, and voila. It's done. So I've got two ends left here, and that is where my tapestry hook comes in, tapestry needle I should say. So I talked about this in the first video. We're just going to take that and we are going to weave those ends in and try to do it somewhere where the color matches. So for example, I'll take this one here, put it through the end of my tapestry needle, and I'm just going to stick it behind this red stitch here, and then I'll weave it in behind all of these red stitches. Of course, it's harder to do when you know you're on camera. Okay, so I've kind of got it in there behind all those stitches, and I'm going to pull it through. And really, all you have to do is kind of go back and forth maybe once or twice, and honestly, it will stay. That was one thing I had a hard time trusting when I first started crocheting, was this weaving in of the tails business. And I used to just tie knots and everything. It doesn't look great on the end of a finished product, and yarn tends to kind of stick to itself after a while, and depending on the fibers you're using, it can actually tangle against itself, which will mean it's not going to come out. So that's tight enough that just weaving that through there twice should actually get it to stay. So I'll do the other one, and then my dishcloth will be done. And there you have it, a basic single crochet dishcloth with a single crochet border. Super easy, and you have just learned your first stitch. Now, I know that wasn't the most smooth tutorial in the whole wide world, but I promise you, Google it, YouTube, anything you can. There are tutorials everywhere. They go into a lot more depth. They're a lot slower. I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of how easy it is once you get the hang of it.